And welcome to Senior Living, Verde Valley Television's program for seniors and about seniors. We've got some great guests on today's show. We're going to find out a little bit about the changes to Medicare and Social Security that have recently been enacted. We're going to find out about the Jerome Art Walk. That's the first Saturday event in Jerome. We've got some information on a great resource here in the Verde Valley Computer Club. We're also going to find out about the brand new Centennial Project for Jerome, the time capsule. We will be doing a little bit of Zumba later on in the show, so stay with us and enjoy. Right now, as you can see in front of me, we've got some great, beautiful artwork. And our first guest, we're very glad to have here, Barbara Trombley is the owner and creator of Art Glitter. She has been here in the Verde Valley since 1987, but she began her career in bringing the art of glitter from the chunky school glitter, as we called it, and Elmer's glue, to a beautiful form of artwork. Barbara, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you, Pam.
I am going to turn this over to Barbara. We've got some great stuff going on. She's going to show us how to create some Valentines for our very special people in our lives.
I'm going to teach you how to make a beautiful glitter lace card. It's really easy. Everybody can do it. Simply crack off the background of the sticky paper. We discard that, and we're going to take our lace, it's a polyester lace, and put it on the top of the card. We kind of situate it how we want the pattern to land on the paper. And you can pick it up if you need to. And then what you do is you press it in because the lace acts as a template. Now, this can be done to any card if you want to change the front of it. We're going to put on a opaque glitter. You can also put on a transparent glitter first, if you like.
While she's working a little bit, I'm going to remind everyone I did not realize how many different kinds of glitter there are until I went into the art glitter and discovered the transparent and the opaque, and there's so many things. You can't possibly know all of it until you visit.
Yeah, we've got over 700 colors. We're the largest line of glitter colors in the world.
You distribute all over the world, to Europe and Australia.
South Africa.
We
do. Yes,
pretty amazing.
So we've got one layer on. Now the lace is in. Now we're going to push down on the corners and peel off from the center. And it reveals this, but it's still sticky paper. So you need to fill it in with a transparent glitter. I'm going to use a pink. So the transparent glitter lets the white of the sticky paper shine through.
So it makes it it just makes it like holographic almost.
Almost, yes, it really does. So if you don't like what the outside of a card looks like, you can always make a piece of glitter lace like this and apply it to the front of a card if you like the inside saying.
Oh, perfect.
So now we just going to put a little line of adhesive. This is the Designer Dries Clear adhesive. It's industrial strength. And I'm going to place that on the front of the card like that and just press across. And simply you can just peel back the card, add a little adhesive on the inside. It's very simple, very fast. And you just kind of snap it shut like that. And you have the front of a card. And then we just trim it by adding a little adhesive along the bottom like this. It's pretty simple.
So far, this is simple enough. I think I might even be able to do this.
You can do this. And then add a chunkier type of glitter. You can see how chunky this is.
That's beautiful.
Along the bottom.
Just to kind of frame it just a little bit.
Yes. And if you want to go farther with that, you can also trim the edges or tear an edge off of the cover, glue it on the inside, Makes a beautiful statement.
Very,
you can
very
also
nice.
add to the embellishment within the lace pattern.
And you would do that with just a different type of glitter?
A different type of glitter, or this one of the opaques, something the
Oh,
same.
I
You
see.
could do the same as well. And
Got
I
it.
simply also wanted to show you that if you change your lace and change the pattern, or change the pattern of the lace and change the color, you'll see how amazing it just changes the entire feeling of the card. So we
Now,
can-
all of these supplies, you said you could use a card that you like the saying, and you can redo the front of it, but you have all of the supplies to make cards from start to finish, right?
I do. We have terrific classes that I've taught everybody from age 2 to 92 this technique in a class, and it's great because you have so much fun making your own cards. You really do.
Well, they come from the heart a little bit more. Not that there's some beautiful cards on the shelves. I'm not saying there's not, but they come from the heart. Oh my goodness, look
So
at
this
that.
is the lavender. Now this was a transparent pink we put on initially. So you can still put some of the transparent pink on, but you leave space for a different color.
Oh.
And then we're going to go over here and we'll put a transparent lavender on in the other spaces. Can you see how it's two-toning it?
Yeah. It looks like it's showing up pretty well, so all of our viewers at home can see how
good.
exciting and interesting that can be. And as you mentioned, you've taught everybody from 2 to 92 and above and beyond. There are so many classes I've noticed on your calendar at Art Glitter, and I'm sure there's something for everyone. And there's a little bit of Valentine theme still going. There's some classes for that.
Definitely. And we teach how to make boxes and three-dimensional objects and how to repurpose. We also teach how to work with fantasy film. This particular card here is freehand on a card stock that already has a printed heart on it. So you can do a lot of things.
You probably started like some of us did in grade school with the Elmer's glue writing on it, and
that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. But I was a calligrapher, and I wanted an adhesive that really worked for calligraphy, and so that's what I set about to make. So I wanted to show you. Do we have time to make one more?
We can quickly make one more.
So you can take a card that's already pre-printed, and you can write with this adhesive.
That is great. Remember Art Glitter Institute? This is one of a kind right here in the Verde Valley. You can visit. There's so many products. I was so amazed, and so many different types of crafts. All of these things here are products that you guys have made in your classes.
Yes, they are.
And there's something for your entire family. Art Glitter is right outside of Old Town on Balboa Street.
We're right on the curb.
Right on the curb, yeah.
Coming into Old Town.
Yep, and there's a lot of different things. We still got time before Valentine's Day. If you think you've got someone special that you'd like to do something for, you can take in one of the classes, and I'm sure come up with a great idea.
And if they come in, I would be happy to make a personalized card for them.
Wow. I know I went in I think it was right before the holidays initially, didn't have time for this, but I'm going to have her make a couple of ornaments for my daughter who lives in Denver. So there's something that you can do to let everybody know how much you care about them. What a great card.
Thank you.
All right. Barbara, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. I look forward to having you back, and I look forward to seeing you at Art Glitter.
Thank you.
And you, stay tuned. We'll be right back. We are going to talk to Mr. Franklin Brown, project specialist with NACOG, Area Agency on Aging.
The Vaughn Law offices in Cottonwood have been serving the legal needs of northern Arizona since it was established in the year 2000. With experience in legal matters from criminal and civil courtroom litigation to corporate and personal, the attorneys and staff use their core values to support their clients through any legal situation. Visit online at vaughn-law.com to learn more about the Vaughn Law offices. a proud supporter of the Verde Valley community.
If you're looking for a new pet that your family will cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet, so bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Now, some action from the courts. Billie Jean King renewing her rivalry with Arthritis. First set, furious volley, and right to the net for a winner. Beautiful forehand there. Arthritis, stunned. And here, match point. Billie Jean with the ace, taking it in straight sets. Afterwards, a jubilant Billie Jean King.
Tennis is a weapon for me with arthritis. There's nothing like it for me to hit a ball, run to the ball, anytime, any court. I'm ready. Let's go.
What's your weapon against arthritis? Find out at fightarthritispain.org.
Hi, and welcome back to Senior Living. That was a little bit of fun, and I'm certainly anxious to get down there and check that out. And as promised, we try to bring you a little bit of fun, a little bit of ideas for things that you can do, and we try to pass along some valid information, some things that you can use. Joining us now is Program Specialist from NACOG's Area Agency on Aging, Mr. Franklin Brown. Welcome to Senior Living, sir, and thank you for joining us. I did a little bit of checking, and I understand that there have been what I would consider some relatively major changes on the Medicare front.
Well, yes, Pam, there's been quite a few. We've just went through the annual open enrollment period, which started October 15th and went through December 7th. That's when everybody gets to enroll into a new Medicare Advantage plan or a prescription drug plan. And now that this is over, we're into a couple of other enrollment periods right now. One of them happens to be what's called a disenrollment period for people that are in Medicare Advantage plans that wish to change plans at this time. There has been a change in this program where once upon a time you would be able to disenroll from a Medicare Advantage plan and switch to another Medicare Advantage plan. Now it's a disenrollment that you can switch to your prescription drug plan, but your health care, outpatient services and inpatient care goes back to original Medicare for the duration of the year. So it's quite a bit different than it was the year before, but there is that opportunity to change during January 1st and February 14th, which we, of course, remember as Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Is that considered the special election period? Is that, or no?
The special enrollment period is for people that are either aging into Medicare, turning 65, or have been rewarded Medicare due to a disability after 24 months. And then this is the special enrollment period time that you would be able to enroll into a plan when you first start.
Okay. All right. How many plans are there for Medicare?
Well,
many?
Well, in Medicare Advantage plan, it just depends on your service area that you live in.
Okay.
For instance, in Cottonwood, the Medicare Advantage plan with prescription drug plans, there's 8 plans available in this service area.
All right.
Is what Medicare actually calls this, and but there are 33 different prescription drug plans to choose from, and this is where our program, the State Health Insurance Assistance Program, comes into play. We assist in understanding the differences between the programs and which one would best suit your healthcare needs.
So there are resources. I don't have to figure this out on my own.
Absolutely, we can help you make informed decisions. We're of course not an insurance company. We're sponsored federally and by the state, so we can't make the choice for you, but we can sure run the education and empowerment to help you make those informed decisions.
Do you consider these changes to be for the better or just different?
It's different. It's different. And of course, there's a lot of different ideas out there, and some people will like, some people may not. But the important factor here is that the choices are still there.
Okay, and that's sometimes you feel like a lot of your choices are being taken away, so that's good to know. There are, regardless of whether it's group health insurance through your employer or individual health insurance, or as we get ready to go and be able to take advantage of Medicare, there is still considerable costs involved in any of it. Do you have, are you able to help people figure out how they can be the most frugal with their Medicare?
Oh, absolutely, Pam. There's several different ways to coordinate your health care benefits with Medicare. The first, for instance, is original Medicare, which of course does leave you susceptible to the deductibles and copays that Medicare does not cover. Then of course you have other options like supplement policies that in some cases, in some of the plans, they can cover all of the gaps that Medicare doesn't pay. Wow. But of course, in return, you're going to be paying a higher monthly premium in order to have that type of coverage. But when you go to the doctor, there's very low to no copays in most cases. Now, Medicare Advantage plans are like pay-as-you-go plans, is how I like to call them, because it's very similar to the employee group health plan that you may have had, of course, when you're working. Low copays when you see your doctor, and of course, specialist visit copays. And there's a flat daily fee up to a certain amount for inpatient hospital care. Okay. So it makes it very, very easy to understand because it's made very similar to those EGHPs or employee group health plans.
Well, and that's one of the things I think that is important for some of us to understand. I'm sure once you get more familiar with the Medicare, with that system, it becomes easier to figure out what it is that you want to do and what you don't want to do. But for those of us that will be transitioning into Medicare, it seems, a few of my friends, I've helped them go through some of it. It's daunting. There's a lot to consider before you make a decision. Things like what I would compare to a regular health insurance versus a major medical type situation where the out-of-pocket per incident may be higher, which sounds like one of the original Medicare kinds of things where you might not know if your copays may be higher than what you would expect for them to be.
Well, it depends on how, like in a Medicare Advantage plan, it depends on how the insurance is underwritten, of course. Your out-of-pocket, of course, is a number that you want to look at closely, because that's going to be the amount that you're going to pay out-of-pocket before that coverage goes 100% for the rest of that year. So, and that can range anywhere from $3,400 a month up to $6,700 a month. Of course, the higher the number, the lower the premium. And in a lot of cases in the Medicare Advantage plans, they have zero or low monthly premiums. So those numbers are usually pretty high. Yeah.
Very quickly, and I wish we had more time, but what are some of the other resources that the Area Agency on Aging can help us with?
Well, we have, of course, case management through Area Agency on Aging. We, in our department, which is the Elder Rights Unit, we have 3 different programs. There's our program, which is the State Health Insurance Assistance Program, and Senior Medicare Patrol, which is for fraud and abuse. And we recruit volunteers all the time to help us fight fraud and abuse, to help keep the Medicare money where it belongs. Then we have the legal department, which assists with wills and trusts. And then we have the Ombudsman program for long-term care.
Excellent. Mr. Brown, thank you again. Please pay attention to the numbers that have been on. There are a lot of resources available. Take note also that they can use some volunteers. That's always a good thing to be able to do. And as we go on in the year, we will learn more and more about what Medicare issues may come up and how you can deal with them. We're going to take a short break. We're going to come back and we are going to find out about First Saturday Jerome Art Walk.
Hi, I'm Ben Bueller, owner and funeral director at Bueller Funeral Homes. My grandfather once told me, you can serve a family selfishly once, or treat them right and serve that family for generations.
Bueller Funeral Home has been serving Arizona families for 3 generations with affordable and reasonable services. Bueller Funeral Home feels a funeral should be as unique and personal as the individual it honors, whatever your choices, your traditions, or your budget.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start close to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers. First pitch is fouled between back.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Thanks for sticking around and for coming back and joining us. We are going to talk to Donna Chesler and Cody DeLong. I have been to Jerome many times, visited many of the galleries, but I have never been to the Art Walk, so I'm very excited to hear all about it. There was one just a couple of weeks ago, and the next one is coming up February 4th, correct?
Yes, it's the first Saturday of every month,
right.
And we're actually halfway through our 5th year, so it has some real staying power.
I remember when it started. I do remember that. I just never made it up for one of the events.
Yeah.
So, 25 galleries?
Yes, we have 25, and we have about 25 sponsors. So the beauty of this is that the whole town is very much behind this event.
Well, I can say truly, since it was 5 years, that's a long time, and it's been very successful. I do remember, in fact, I think I worked with you when you first started the Art Walk.
I think so.
And I know that there was a little bit of maybe concern on my part, because the galleries were just beginning to open in Jerome. There weren't a lot of, I don't remember how many there were at the time, but it seemed like, wow, I hope this works. I hope this works, and obviously it has.
Yeah, it's interesting that through this whole evolution, the amount of members has stayed pretty constant. So people come, people go, but we always end up with somewhere 22 to 26 galleries, which is remarkable for a town of 400 people.
No kidding, no kidding.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the, I know that I read a little bit about the January event, but what can you tell us special about the one coming up?
Well, February seems to be themed chocolate and jewelry.
Oh yeah, right up my alley.
Yeah, so we do have a lot of the galleries are featuring jewelry this month. Gallery 527 will have some special jewelry. Every year we come out with a new heart design, which is really nice. Pura Vida is featuring jewelry, and their specialty is champagne and chocolate, so that's a good one.
That's a good reason by itself to go up and visit.
And another interesting thing that Cody can talk about is, of course, this is the Centennial Month,
right.
And so he's going to be focusing on that.
Cody DeLong, as I mentioned, he is a plein air painter. He owns one of the galleries. What's the name of your gallery? I'm sorry.
The Cody DeLong
The Cody DeLong Studio. Okay. This is one of his beautiful paintings, and I'm going to let him tell us about everything.
Well, I've got a lot of paintings from Jerome and all over the state of Arizona that I'm going to be featuring for, since February is the centennial. And so I thought, what better time than Art Walk to highlight some of that. Excellent. I've got a lot of plein air pieces, meaning painted on location, pieces from Jerome, and also studio works like this one all around. This happens to be the Vermilion Cliffs. I've got scenes of the Grand Canyon, and of course a lot of scenes of Jerome.
Okay, let's let everybody take a really good look at this. It's
beautiful.
A little there we go.
Yeah, really beautiful.
It is gorgeous. It is very, very beautiful.
We have some other artists in town, Kim Hoschel and William Hoschel. She's a photographer, and she captures the grandeur of Arizona. And this month she's going to be bringing out a DVD, and her husband is a very accomplished musician, and so it's a collaboration between the two of them with the music and the photos. So that's, there's just, and they're in the Old Jerome High School, which in itself is a destination. Usually we have 6 or 7 members, and then people can wander around the high school and see what's going on in each of the working studios.
There are 6 or 7 studios in the old high school?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Right.
There's quite a few. And I think that Art Walk has contributed to making more artists want to be in Jerome. You know, since we started Art Walk, it's really established Jerome much more strongly as an arts destination. And of course, artists are drawn to that.
Right. I do want to remind everybody, sometimes we tend to think of Jerome as a little bit more of a tourist destination, but we need to get over that, because there is something there for every one of us that lives in the Verde Valley, whether it's some of the restaurants, the food, obviously. You've got some great restaurants up there.
We do.
And they all participate in terms of drawing people and taking care of people during Art Walk and throughout the week and the month. It's a pretty great destination.
It is. Actually, like Kinsey has live music during every Art Walk. Some of the galleries have live music, which is great. And most of the galleries have refreshments of some sort, and some wine or champagne, like at Pura Vida. It's free. It's from 5 to 8. And so this is the only night that the galleries are actually open. And we
run a shuttle.
Shuttle, yeah. We have a free shuttle.
And the shuttles run between where Jerome and?
It's throughout Jerome.
Okay,
yes.
but
So,
where can you park to catch the shuttle?
You can at any gallery.
Oh, okay.
You can get on the shuttle at any gallery.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And it runs through the whole event. So if you park at the high school, you can take the shuttle uptown and don't worry about it.
Or if you park uptown, you can catch the shuttle almost on every block it stops.
How fun.
Yeah.
That sounds really, really great. Are there differences between, right now it's still probably a little on the cool side for me to be out wandering around at 8 o'clock in the evening, but do you change up? I'm a wimp, I
You
admit
are.
it.
That's what I was thinking.
Do you change up, do you change up what you do when it gets to be summertime and it's so beautiful in the spring and summer? Do you do more outside, or is it still pretty much inside the galleries?
It's pretty much inside the galleries.
Okay.
But of course, when the days are longer, you know, we're going to have bigger crowds. And but it's just a great night to be in town. And even though it's not warm out, it's been pretty nice up there.
It has, and I am like I say, I am a wimp, but I would manage. I would be fine.
Put on a coat.
We'll have hot
And a
cider
glass of
for you
wine.
and some
Okay.
chocolate.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah, that'll be worth it. That'll be worth it. Okay, again, February 4th, 5 to 8 p.m.
Yes.
The entire town of Jerome, all of the galleries, you can get a bite to eat. Get up there at 4 and get a bite to eat
Right.
and be able to check everything out. You can park at the high school. I did not, 20, 25, 26, 28, that is just the magic. I think that's awesome that
Right.
it's been growing that much.
There always is parking. If you don't have to park at the high school, there are plenty of parking lots uptown also.
Yeah,
Right.
right across from the visitor center is a good place to start too.
Yeah, true. Thank you, both of you, for joining us. I had hoped that you would be able to make it, and that this was perfect timing. And you might even be able to find some gifts for your special Valentine. And
Absolutely.
February 4th would be perfect timing for
That's
that.
right.
We are going to take a little bit of a break, but we're going to come right back and we're going to talk a little bit more about Jerome. And when we're joined by Rosemarie, and I'm not going to say her last name correctly, but we're going to find out about the time capsules in Jerome right after the break.
The Vaughn Law Offices in Cottonwood have been serving the legal needs of northern Arizona since it was established in the year 2000. With experience in legal matters from criminal and civil courtroom litigation to corporate and personal, the attorneys and staff use their core values to support their clients through any legal situation. Visit online at vaughn-law.com to learn more about the Vaughn Law Offices, a proud supporter of the Verde Valley community.
For over 46 years, the Verde Valley Guidance Clinic has provided a pathway to hope and recovery for area residents. With a full array of behavioral health services for children and adults, the Verde Valley Guidance Clinic's caring professionals help families and individuals facing the challenges of addiction, family dysfunction, even serious mental illness. Located at 80 East Cottonwood Street in Cottonwood and with offices in Camp Verde and Sedona, the Verde Valley Guidance Clinic has helped thousands with support, treatment, hope, and compassion.
If you're looking for a new pet that your family will cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet, so bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
We are back, and so are you, and we are joined now by she's deputy clerk for the town of Jerome. But right now, she, in my opinion anyway, for the time being, she's got a little bit more important role than that. Rosemarie Shemitis, am I saying it correctly?
Hello.
Had a little bit of a hard time with that. I apologize to you. The Arizona Centennial has brought about some great projects all over the state. There has been a lot of effort, a lot of time and considerable investment into celebrating the Arizona 100th birthday correctly, and we're all very, very happy about that. But this is one great example of the fact that it doesn't always take thousands of dollars. It just takes some heart, some desire to do it, and the town of Jerome has taken that step. Rosemarie came up with the idea as part of a way to participate in the Centennial as well as make a statement for Jerome, and I think it's just awesome. We are going to do time capsules. So I'm going to let you tell us a little bit about the Centennial Project and how it's going to work.
Yeah, basically, you know, I was trying to think of something that would not take a committee or whatever, because it's really hard. So many people are working and they all have their careers and this and that. And so I was trying to think of something that we could just like get rolling with one person and stuff. So I thought about, I don't know what made me think of it, time capsules. And I thought, well, you know, we could do one in 100 years, but then I thought there won't be any of us around to see it, you know. So I thought, well, let's do 2 of them then. So one for 10 years and one for 100 years. And I'm trying to encourage, like, a lot of the young people in our area to write a letter to their future selves, you know, like, okay, this is what I'm doing now and this and that, because I think we forget sometimes, you know, what we've done. And you know, I know when I look through old boxes of my things, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that, or I forgot I had done that, you know, so that
Or I didn't really do that,
yeah,
did I?
I know, exactly, yeah, my little diaries, it's like, oh my God, you know. But yeah, so that was part of it. And then, you know, Jerome is very historical in its nature, and we have the Historical Society. We've got a lot of people that have been there for a long time, and you know, I thought it might be good to get like the old and the young to participate. And then for the 100-year one, I have no idea what we're going to see in 100 years, but I thought, you know, let them see us in 100 years, you know. So,
well, you did your research. You Googled and
yes.
Did some research on how to do time capsules.
Yes, exactly. And so basically, once we get the capsule together, and I'm collecting things right now at the Jerome Library. I have set up an area that you can write a letter. Okay, so there's an envelope for 10 years and there's an envelope for the 100 years. Okay, so you can write a letter, or you can bring in your own and just, you know, put them in the appropriate places, and then. I'm collecting things, you know. Once we get everything together, on February 9th, we're having an open house at the Jerome council chambers. So from like 10 o'clock until 5:30 in the afternoon, I'm going to have out everything that has been collected up to that point. So, so people can see what is going to be going in the capsules, and they might, oh my gosh, I want to contribute something, whatever. And then on the 14th, we're going to seal the capsules. So by the 9th, I'd like to get most everything in, because at that point, then I have to find a container to put it all in. I don't want to limit, especially for the 100-year one, it's like, oh my gosh. So, I mean, we may have to do, well, we're doing it inside, so it's not like I have to find something that can withstand like temperature and weather and this and that. So it'll be, they'll both be housed at the public library, and I think it'll be fun.
I think it sounds like great fun. It is going to be registered with the International Time Capsule.
Yes, it's going to be, once we have everything, I'll register both of them, and basically what they do is they track all the time capsules that people have put together, because people forget, that they've done this.
I forgot what I had for breakfast.
Exactly. So anyway, what they do is they will track it, and then they will notify somebody. I guess I have to look into that, and I'll know more once I register it. Then they'll notify you like in 10 years, and then in 100 years, they'll notify somebody and remind you to open it.
And I saw on something that I read that they'll do GPS coordinates. So
Well, what I was thinking is, because with Jerome is sliding down the mountain, so I thought, okay, even if it's going to be inside, I want to at least give people an idea of where they could find it, So I thought that, with our technology, I mean, even on your cell phone, you can get your GPS coordinate, So I'd like to, on each of the containers, at least put that also, like the GPS coordinates, so that people can locate it or know, how far it's shifted even, between now and 10 years and 100 years.
So that'll be geologically important as well as historically important. So that's pretty interesting. I did also a couple of little things. You're looking for a lot, whatever people want to bring in and
to
contribute.
Represent,
right.
yes.
Particularly on the letters, to make sure for the 100-year one that it's acid-free paper.
Yes,
so
it should be on acid-free paper, just because it yellows, I think, and can fall apart. I also have sleeves that I have to put up to like 11 by 17 size, so I've got those clear sleeves and stuff, because one of our artists, Ann Bassett, has already given me one of her newer pieces to put in there, into each of them, actually. So I have acid-free folders for those, so if anybody has something like that up to 11 by 17, I can put it in these Mylar folders, envelopes, whatever.
Excellent. I want to encourage everyone. I thought about it, and as I mentioned to you, I'm thinking of a couple of friends that they don't currently live in Jerome. They still live here in the Verde Valley, but they've been here for a long time. We've all got some history of some type in Jerome, so I encourage everybody to think about it. A favorite kids' toy, photographs, newspapers. Leave out the peanut butter sandwiches, as I recall.
No food, please.
But packaged food with the labels, what they look like today, may be acceptable.
Yeah, just the package, not necessarily what's in the package, but just like maybe the box, or something. Or we could try putting in granola bars, because they're in those, sealed.
Maybe.
Chocolate, and stuff. I was even thinking, you always hear about, wine being better like in 100 years or something. Maybe somebody wants to donate a bottle of wine.
I don't know if I would put the wine in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kidding.
Just a thought.
Real quickly, anything else that people should know about? I want to impress on everybody, as she mentioned, the opportunity to take a look at everything on the 9th, sealing it on the 14th, which is the centennial.
Yes.
Very, very appropriate. Anything else we need to know?
If anybody, wants more information about it, they can call me at Jerome Town Hall, and the phone number there is 928-634-7943. So, if you want to drop it off, I live down in Cottonwood, actually, so, if you have something that you want to, contribute, but don't necessarily have the time to drive up to Jerome, you know, I can maybe make arrangements and pick it up, because I would love to get a huge scope of things. I mean, we've already got a newspaper, the Verde Independent, that has the story of Jerome being, you know, like one of the 10 best little towns in the country.
Don't forget to vote.
Yes, exactly. Don't forget to vote. Yeah, and then like our municipal judge, you know, she's given me a brochure with like the fines and penalties for, you know, I mean, so there's like all these things that, you know, it's just everyday stuff that you don't even think about, but, you know, it will be, I think, interesting to see in the future. Correct. You know, maybe they won't have penalties and fines in the future.
Correct. Rosemary, thank you very much.
Thank you so
It's been a pleasure,
Thank you for
and
having me.
we will help make this a huge success, and we'll come check it out on the night.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to go do a little bit of a workout when we come back. Stay tuned.
For over 46 years, the Verde Valley Guidance Clinic has provided a pathway to hope and recovery for area residents. With a full array of behavioral health services for children and adults, the Verde Valley Guidance Clinic's caring professionals help families and individuals facing the challenges of addiction, family dysfunction, even serious mental illness. Located at 8 East Cottonwood Street in Cottonwood and with offices in Camp Verde and Sedona, the Verde Valley Guidance Clinic has helped thousands with support, treatment, hope, and compassion.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start close to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Now, some action from the courts. Billie Jean King renewing her rivalry with Arthritis. First set, furious volley, and right to the net for a winner. Beautiful forehand there. Arthritis, stunned. And here, match point. Billie Jean with the ace, taking it in straight sets. Afterwards, a jubilant Billie Jean King.
Tennis is a weapon for me with arthritis. There's nothing like it for me to hit a ball, run to the ball, anytime, any court. I'm ready. Let's go.
What's your weapon against arthritis? Find out at fightarthritispain.org.
Okay, we all know that a workout can be real work. Back in the days in PE class, when you went to the gym and did the 8-count squats and thrusts and all of those kinds of things, it's come a long way. I remember doing jazzercise, a lot of different aerobics classes that were a little bit of fun, but I have never seen anything like this. It's the Zumba craze. Zumba kind of made its first appearance in the mid-90s when Beto Perez accidentally forgot his aerobics workout tapes and went and got something out of his car. It happened to be salsa, merengue, and it was such a hit that he just continued it, brought it to the U.S. in early 2001, and they partnered, and there it became a real class and a real fun class. I've gotten a chance to sit in on one of Eric Aglia's classes today. Unbelievable. The first thing that I will tell you is those ladies that were working out were still smiling at the end of the class. That screams loud and clear to me that it's a lot of fun. A little bit more about the history of Zumba first. How long have you been involved?
I've been involved in Zumba since 2008, and it was really trying to mix fitness with dance. I love dance, and how can I share fitness and dance with a community? And we came up with Finding Zumba Fitness.
we know that we're prioritizing on senior living how we can take care of ourselves. There are all of the usual health and fitness kinds of routines that we get into. If we can do something fun that helps improve our mental and our physical state, that is going to make a huge difference in the quality of the rest of our lives. Eric, you've been, I could rattle off a whole list of accomplishments that you've made, but I'm going to let you explain a little bit more. You've been doing this kind of thing for almost 20 years?
Almost 20 years. I started with the technical dance, jazz, tap, ballet, hip hop, and most recently transitioned into the fitness realm. You know, our goal here, especially at our studio, Cottonwood Dance and Fitness, is educating people about the importance of health and fitness, and teaching everybody the tools to enjoy dance as well as life for a lifetime. So we brought in a Zumba Gold class, which is for our senior active community. So Zumba is not just for the young folks, it's not just for the kids, this is for everyone. And our tagline for Zumba Fitness is, join the party.
I know that the Zumba routines incorporate, as I mentioned, salsa and merengue. It also incorporates some flamenco, belly dancing, hip hop. There's all kinds of different dance steps that you can learn. And for those of us who have a spouse that don't dance, it gives you a great opportunity to have some fun, work off some energy, and still help stay fit. A little bit more, what brought you to Cottonwood?
What brought me to Cottonwood? I really love the area. I love Sedona. I was doing a big show down at the Phoenician in Scottsdale. We opened for Elton John, and everybody said, you've got to go to the Verde Valley, you've got to see Sedona. And my wife and I wanted to start a family, so this was it. We fell in love the second we got here.
Well, we're glad that happened. That worked to our benefit, actually. I know you've spent time in California. You've worked with the likes of Carmen Electra, and there's so many people that you've gotten to work with.
Yeah, the most recent one was Kenny Ortega with the This Is It Michael Jackson movie.
That's right.
So I'm loving that, but I really love getting back to the roots and working with my community and again, pushing health and fitness.
One of the examples of that, if you wonder whether or not Zumba is right for you, I encourage you to visit Players on the third
Friday of every month. It's free. It's free. You get to come out. There's no pressure. You can come and do one routine. You can come and do two. You can just watch people do Zumba fitness. We took it from the classroom to the nightclub to a more social setting, and just letting people play, because that's what Zumba's about. It's about the party.
I know that, like I mentioned, a lot of exercise routines incorporated the lunges and the leg lifts, all those kinds of things. And I also know that Zumba Gold has been adapted to people like me who can't quite keep up with the full-out Zumba routine. Tell me some of the considerations that were made in developing Zumba Gold.
So much of Zumba Gold, Zumba Fitness partnered up with some of the best fitness instructors on creating a exercise routine, a dance routine, an hour class for this active senior community. But check this out, it's not just for our seniors, it's also for people going through physical therapy. It's a great way to get stability training. Some of the considerations, especially for the older community, is just different movements that are specialized for our seniors, but also stuff that is isolating and really working some core work. Zumba Fitness, as far as an exercise regimen, the impact. People are scared to do impact. We need the impact for our seniors to help stop osteoporosis, some of the brittle bones that happens with our seniors. A lot of the ab work, the core work, keeps them balanced so that less falls. There's a lot of consideration with Zumba Gold for our active community, our active seniors.
One of the things that I noticed when I first walked into your studio here is that the floor gives. I felt a little bit of movement, and you explained to me that there's a reason for that. I think it's important that everyone know.
There is a reason. When you go to try to find a fitness class for you, some considerations is really your floor. What type of a floor are you dancing on? In our studio, we are on the second level of our spot here, and the floor gives. One of the big things with your exercise floor is you need to make sure that it absorbs shock, especially for our seniors. Ankles, knee injuries, hip injuries, things like that are very sensitive on a hard floor. So anything that is, if you're dancing on just concrete, or if you're dancing on, say, a rubber floor, a rubber mat, where it doesn't give, we put down this wood laminate to really get that pivoting foot so that you can turn and twist a lot easier, as well as the floor here gives. So when you're looking for an exercise regimen, look for some of those things that will help you in your fitness life, keep you moving longer.
You want to take advantage of the fitness aspects without putting yourself at risk for any further injuries or troubles. Cottonwood Dance and Fitness is just one of the many places in the Verde Valley where you can truly have fun and get fit at the same time. There is a full schedule of classes. You are online? We are online at Cottonwood Dance and Fitness Center. Okay. And lots of instructors. You've just unveiled a whole new set of instructors.
Yes, we just hired on about 8 instructors. They've gone through some training with me. We work very closely with Zumba Fitness to make sure that the experience is top-notch and to make sure that it's a party. We've hired on some fun instructors.
Speaking of Zumba Fitness, I think you have some very exciting news coming up. Come on.
I found out the other day that Zumba Fitness is sending me to London. They're sending me out there to help with some licensings and training some other Zumba instructors. But yeah, it's going to be
That's very exciting. We hope to see updates and posts on Facebook of your trip so that we can keep up with you. I encourage you, go out, check out any of the options available. Stay fit. If one of your resolutions was to stay fit in 2012, even if it wasn't, resolve to get fit and get out there and check it out. We're going to join you back in the studios after this break.
Hi, I'm Ben Bueller, owner and funeral director at Bueller Funeral Homes. My grandfather once told me, you can serve a family selfishly once, or treat them right and serve that family for generations.
Bueller Funeral Home has been serving Arizona families for 3 generations with affordable and reasonable services. Bueller Funeral Home feels a funeral should be as unique and personal as the individual it honors, whatever your choices, your traditions, or your budget.
Now, some action from the courts. Billie Jean King renewing her rivalry with Arthritis. First set, furious volley, and right to the net for a winner. Beautiful forehand there. Arthritis, stunned. And here, match point. Billie Jean with the ace, taking it in straight sets. Afterwards, a jubilant Billie Jean King.
Tennis is a weapon for me with arthritis. There's nothing like it for me to hit a ball, run to the ball, anytime, any court. I'm ready. Let's go.
What's your weapon against arthritis? Find out at fightarthritispain.org.
If you're looking for a new pet that your family will cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet, so bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. How'd you like that? That workout was incredible, and I only did like 3 minutes of it, but those folks really put a lot of effort into the classes to make them a lot of fun. And as I told the instructor when we were done, it was amazing. Even after the class, everybody was still smiling and laughing and having a good time. Make sure you check out something like that. It's well worth it. We are going to check out something that is also well worth it. Many of us have a little bit of a fear about what we can and can't do on our computers. We know that we can type a letter, we can check our email, but there's a lot of things that can make our lives, that can expand our lives and enrich our ability to enjoy certain things beyond our Verde Valley scope. There is an excellent resource right here in the Verde Valley Computer Club. It's been around for 18 plus years.
almost 30.
Oh, okay. I guess you've been here for about 18 years.
I've been here for 18 years. Yes.
And let me back up for a moment. We are proud to be joined by Mr. Richard Goman. He is with the Verde Valley Computer Club. He is a retired engineer who worked in aircraft and spacecraft electronic design for over 33 years. He also taught computer at Yavapai College for 6 years. He's instructed with the Verde Valley Computer Club, taught the general programs as well as what they call the SIG, the Special Interest Groups. Mr. Goman, you meet once a month at least for the general meetings. Tell us a little bit about it.
We have a general meeting every third Saturday of the month at 9 o'clock in the morning. And that's a presentation, short business offer, and then we present a program, a topic, and follow with question-answer session. During the month, we also have these special groups which we concentrate on a particular subject: the internet, email, how to use your word processor, spreadsheets, how to use the operating system, genealogy. So those are unique and they spread out through the month.
Okay, that sounds like there would be something, like if I knew how to use my email all the time, but I didn't necessarily know how to expand my interests on the internet, you would be able to help me out.
Yes, or if you'd like to know how to work your word processor better than just plain typing letters.
Mm-hmm.
You can make bulletins, you could make newsletters, you can insert pictures, move them around, but that takes a little training.
And you have how many members in the computer club today?
There are approximately 275 memberships. About 60 or 70 actively appear at the monthly meetings.
That's still huge. That's a lot of people that have an interest in not only learning about the computer, but teaching other people about the computer.
Yeah. The idea of the computer club is that we are PC users helping PC users. Nobody in the club is paid. We all do this volunteer. And what we'd like to encourage people is come to the general meeting, meet somebody, find out if they're a nearby neighbor, get together and help each other. It's amazing how many things people actually know that they hadn't thought they might know. Oh. And they can help a friend out a great deal.
It's always comforting to be in company with the same kind of people with the same kind of interests.
Yes.
And I've heard more than once, getting involved in something like this, you could find out that the neighbor across the street is interested in the same thing when you didn't know that before, so that helps out too. You make new friends.
Yeah, and as I say, you can help each other. We also have a program where we teach with hands-on, actually using computers, for what we call beginners. Used to be called the seniors, but we now open it to any beginner.
There you go.
And middle school allows us or rents us their facility, and we have 6 two-hour classes. Teach you what the mouse is, where it is, why it does what it does, how to open a program, how to move a program around, how to identify it. A lot of our beginners are afraid of the computer because they think it's so smart. Mm-hmm. And in reality, the computer is a high-speed idiot. It does exactly what you tell it to do and no more. The problem is that generally what you tell it is not what you meant to tell it.
Oh, that communication thing.
Yes. For example, if you ask a teenager to take your dishes off the table and put them in the dishwasher, first question is, he says, what table? You remind him to go into the kitchen. He does this very rapidly. Mm-hmm. But of course, when you go in there, the dishes are in the dishwasher, but the glasses and silverware are still on the table.
Yeah, I think one of the old comparable adages was, son, take the garbage out. Son, I asked you to take the garbage out. I know, I'll get it. I asked you to take it out now. Only if you don't say now.
Yes.
It's on their own time frame, right?
And the computer's the same way. It'll do what you ask it to do. Mm-hmm. The trick is learning how to ask it to do that. How do you change that word? Well, you have to tell the computer which word you want to change. Mm-hmm. It doesn't think. It's a very high-speed idiot.
Well, sometimes I think that it can think because I can't figure out what it's what it wants me to do, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, the computer's just following a list that somebody else wrote of instructions, and that's what confuses people. They don't understand, well, why did it do that? Well, it had instructions to do that if you did this.
Okay. I was just double checking. Your meetings are held at the Clemenceau School
building.
Okay.
Willard and Mengus.
Okay. Are the special interest groups also?
Yes,
same
the only one
location?
that's different is this beginners class. We hold that at the middle school because they have the computer lab with computers we can actually use.
Okay. It's great to be able to use those resources that are available when school's out and they could still be used.
Right.
That's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
That's really, really good. There is a lot of reason to at least check out a meeting, it seems to me like. If you check out a general meeting, and would you say that the public is invited to check out a meeting before they join?
The public is always invited to our meetings. We do not require that you be a member to attend any of the meetings. We encourage you to be a member because the dues, which are $30 a year per family, help us buy the equipment, rent the facilities, get the liability insurance that they require when we rent their facility, do our postage and business expenses.
Very nice. I noticed Barbara Wall is the contact person for those beginner classes.
That's correct.
And a number for her is 567-4222.
That's correct. That's a Camp Verde number, but it's a local dial.
Okay, and then is there is a website, vvcclub.com. And is there a phone number for general information, or is Barb the
we don't
person
have an office, so
Okay.
we don't have a general phone.
Okay.
If you get on the club website, there are a number of phones, messenger people that help you.
Okay, one more time, vvcclub.com. And there's also a calendar on there, I believe.
Yes, there's a calendar of events on there. There's quite a bit of information on our club website, a little bit of history, some tips, old newsletters are on there. Quite a bit of information available on that.
I was pretty well educated when I checked out the website. I thought it was very interesting. I really encourage, for so many reasons at this level, you've got an opportunity. We have an opportunity to learn more about our PC. We have an opportunity to help others learn more about their PC, make friends, just in general, expand our worlds a little bit. And I think that it's got a lot of advantages. So I encourage everyone to check out at least one of the meetings, see if it's something that you would be interested in. Mr. Goldman, I have really enjoyed this.
Oh, thank you.
If you didn't catch all of this, you can check out our website, and we will have all of the all of the information and contact information on our calendar. And we are going to wrap for today. We want to thank all of our guests. We want to thank you for joining us on Senior Living. From everybody at Yavapai Broadcasting and Verde Valley Television, please visit our website, www.verdevalleytv.com, and you can also go to myradioplace.com for the entire calendar of events. Join us next time. We will have additional special guests. We're going to have some musical entertainment and to talk a little bit more about things that we need to prepare for legally. And we hope you all come back and join us. Till next time, we'll see you then.